Kind of tell me where you were before you got here.
Terror. I was in terror before, totally hopeless. My son was diagnosed at the age of 2.5 by a neurologist with a label of autism. After 20 minutes in a clinical setting, he was given that label. And of course, being that I worked in the medical field my whole career, I just went with that. You know, I was glad that there was actually a name for what he was going through, and I knew nothing else about it. So I spent the next 5 years going from doctor to doctor, all Children's Hospital in Florida where I live, up to Gainesville, to Shands Hospital, seeing all the best doctors that there were, and all they kept doing was changing medications and making him take a lot of all adult medications, Prozac, things that children shouldn't even be taking. And I got to the realization when just about 1.5 years ago that all that was happening to my son was he was being given drugs that were never tested on children, that were doing nothing but, they say, covering the symptoms that he was having, but causing him more problems from the medications and more reactions from that. I took him off everything myself, had a long discussion with my ex-husband, who, when my son was 2, knew about you, wanted us to see you, and because I was in the medical field, I said no, because this is all new to me. Autism was new. I can't just go out there and try something that's never been proven to me, because that's not the way things worked in the medical field like that. I have a son who never would show affection to me, would never tell me that he loved me ever. Whenever he would get a little boo-boo or ouchie, it's screaming, running across the house, don't touch me, don't touch me, which was a big concern, because I need to be able to check my son if he's injured. I got to the point where I said, you know what, my son deserves better than this. No one's trying to help him. No one is going to the root of the problem and fixing that. No one wants to admit that there may be something else that's going on here, you know, that could make my son better. No one wants to take responsibility for that. And I have to take responsibility for that for my son, so I had to make a choice. We made that choice. He comes to me now, and for no reason at all, he'll tell me how much he loves me. He will hug me. He's at the point now where he climbs on me, and just, you know, I'll be standing there, and he'll, like my other son did when he was young, he'll just want to jump up on me and grab me, wrap his legs around me, and just tell me how much he loves me and kiss me. You know, I mean, there's still moments where he'll tell me, no, mommy, don't touch me. But you know what? I've never had this before. I'm a mom, and to not be able to feel that bond with your child, when you had it when he was 2 and then it disappeared, to know that you're sitting there and your son, you can't even hug him. He can't show you how he feels about you. There's this big void, and it killed me. And now I have that back. I'm getting that back.
How fast did that come back?
It came back the very day after our first treatment, the very next day.
And I'm the one that's a little bit more stern, because he's not around me that often, but when he used to come to our house, the first thing he would do would be hit the cookie drawer and just eat. He would eat anything that was around. I don't care, cookies, cakes, open the freezer door, Mama, can I have macaroni and cheese, anything. Now, I have to ask him if he would like to have a cookie. That devouring need to eat and constantly have something in his mouth, it's gone. He eats like the rest of us now, normal. The food intake, the quality of the food he's eating is better.
He's trying new things, which he's never done before.
Extremely polite in our house, where before listening to her doctors, he had a meltdown. I would just let him go and pray that he didn't hurt himself, you know?
We started in September, I believe, mid-September. And so it's only been, but this is November now. And this is what we've seen. And I did not expect. I expected to be 6, 8 months, a year. I didn't care how long it took. The very next day, my son was climbing on me in my lap, telling me that he loved me, giving me a kiss, and I cried. I cried and cried, because it was the first time that I ever had it. And that was just, I knew right then and there that it was going to be okay. I knew it.
That's at the age of 7 now, right?
Yeah. And I felt horrible to think that I spent 5 years of listening to conventional doctors telling me that this is what was best for my son. And I never knew that there was another way. I never knew that there was a way to reverse what he has, because I believed in what I saw and what I heard, and I did what everybody else did. You know, it's like you go to church because everybody else goes to church, but do you really know why you go? You know what I mean? and I felt bad about it for a long time. I had to come to the realization that I did what I thought was best at the time,
Absolutely.
based on what I knew. And now that I am where I'm at now, I know he's going to be okay. And I wish I could have done it sooner, but I'm here now, and that's what matters.